You ain't show me how to get it back. Get it back, nigga, let it sag. Walk away, y'all don't let them brag. On your toes, you can get it tagged. Life stink like a dirty rag. Moving on, couldn't get me mad. Op niggas always doing bad. Broke niggas always looking sad. Had to fight it through coronavirus. I pop like Miley Cyrus. Flow hot, get a lot of biters. Exhaust your ass, nigga, call her Midas. Tell you once and I can tell you twice. Throw your ass like a pair of dice. Mouth running like a pair of mice. And my fault for like the poor camera lighting and all that. It is what it is. I'm working with what I got with lighting until I come up with some solutions. I'm working. That's all that's important. Let me get this AC line out the way and try to sneak that up in from the top. I got room to get that back up in there, so it's the least of my worries. So I'm going up. Leekautorepair, y'all know who I am. I'll come around when I feel like it. Those who don't know, y'all can mostly find me on Instagram. I'm always on there running my mouth and doing little car snippets on there. But whatever, we get some videos on here. So I'm working on a 2017 Buick LaCrosse 3.6 engine. This one is a front wheel drive. I'm just now buttoning up, not buttoning up, but getting the engine mounted, right? And as you can see, the way I got this hoisted, and you wondering why I got it hoisted, why am I doing this way, why do I have the car elevated this high? Well, you know, the purpose of this video is because I wanted to, you know, help out a few people, let you know that a job like this can be done. I'm not saying that I can be done in your drive, whatever it is, wherever you want to do it, that's your problem, but it can be done without a lift. So this engine is designed to come out from the bottom. You can try to get it out from the top if you want to, but the way the opening of this engine bay has a narrow oval shape, which will make it kind of awkward for it to come out. And we're not stripping the whole front end apart. I imagine the front radiator support is like one piece together, where you can like really finesse it out through the front. It was easy for me to set the car up on some 6-ton jack stands, which is usually like my trick to jobs like this. Realistically, I don't think I ever dropped the motor. That's my second time doing this, by the way, because they gave me a bad engine, so the engine had like a timing code that won't go away. So I just told them I want another engine because it's not supposed to be like that. But what I'm saying is, like, it's my first time doing a job like this, like from the bottom. How did I know to do it this way? I don't know. I mean, I usually make a map, start thinking, I put two and two together, and I work my way through the map I created. So I'll give you a few tips and what it is I like to use. But let me get this engine, make some gloves on, and get the engine properly mounted. I just need to cut the seatbelt on it and zap the bolts for the mount, and where we can just properly hang on its own. Alright, so I'm right behind you from the camera. I'm going to, I hope I don't lose this like focus. I left it on auto. I want to cut the seatbelt because I don't even need it. You won't be able to see it as good, but just use your imagination as always. So get this cut. Bam! Ooh, we set. And the reason why I cut it because I had slipped it in between the mount in an awkward way, which I needed it. That is the way I do things. My order of operations is weird, but if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be able to get the engine mounted the way I want to. So I kind of slipped it in there. So let's tighten this up. See how the engine was about to damn near fall, but I did have it like the mounting bolts already in there threaded, so that was cool. I'm about to fall. And we got that mounted, and I can just now, you notice there's really no tension in this, and the motor is hanging on its own, so that's good. Let's go over a few things, and it's messy over here, but as usual, I gotta clean. Get this damn box out of here. So I initially took the engine out with the subframe, and I snuck it past the bumper. Of course, I had to take a bolt out and make sure I had room. If you want, it'd be easier to get this whole spindle, just take it off from the strut itself and hang the brake caliper up on one of the coils on the strut, but take the whole spindle out the whole knuckle, because it just make it easier to maneuver the engine out from the bottom when you got it on the freighter or whatever. What else? This exhaust was welded a certain way, whereas I couldn't separate it like just the pipe on its own, so it had to hang like that as one piece. What else? You know, I like to use 6-ton jack stands. Why? Because I can get height, and you can see how high I am. So that's definitely a good trick. One of the things that I had to use, and you see the distance up from here, from where the arm of this hoist, you see how it's all the way up there, right? And you see the length. That distance is key. Why? Because this space from up here to where the strap is mounted on the engine, well, that's like the same distance from the bottom to the floor, basically the bottom of the oil pan, from when the beginning reaches the floor. What I'm saying is, you need enough slack, like enough rope basically, to hang it down and drop it down. And this bar obviously is going to max out like right here, so there's only so much you can do. So you need distance basically. If you got that, you good. You notice I had this green ratchet strap on here. I didn't have that for the part of removing. I used this green ratchet strap to line me up because I was crooked going in, and it just helped line me up a certain way. I also had this floor jacket I can remove. Why? Because I needed to level the engine out from the bottom. That was very important for me to do. I was going to use this this pallet that, you know, they like to use for like when they give me engines and shit. Why didn't I use the pallet? I was going to be like an option to use it if it wasn't lined up right. I was going to use that with the transmission jack, but that like played out itself on its own without me needing it basically. So I can go ahead and remove the ratchet straps, get that off of here, and get you a set of ratchet straps. You're always going to need it. It comes in handy. Next, I can get this out of here, and I'm fully mounted. It's mounted on its own. So how I took the engine out with left the wire harness mounted on the engine. Why? Because it's just easier just to wire everything up before you put it in. Basically, leave the engine wire harness on the engine, and just go ahead and start removing like your main harnesses from off of the ECU. You got another harness that goes into like the fuse box, one of this right here, and a couple other things. And there's electronic shift motor or whatever. Got to move that off to the transmission. And usually, I mean, most of this stuff is like plug and play. I wouldn't even like stress on it being like a difficult task. The only thing is, if you ain't got no lift like me, you got to come up with a remedy to get this job done. Now, because I've done this way, I imagine my future jobs are probably just going to realistically do it this way. Now, do I need a lift? It'd be nice if I had one. But at this point, if I already got it in there, what does that tell you, right? And the first time I done this job, I took the engine out by myself and I put it in by myself. The second time I had my boy Al come and help me get it out because I was like short on time or whatever, and I needed this out like quick. So because we had to like do the swap process at the junkyard to give me a warranty another motor, so I had to take out the replacement out again. So he helped me do that. But going back in, I put it back in by myself or whatever. What I'm saying is, do you need help? That's totally up to you. If you feel like you need help, it's best to have like a helper, get you like a wingman, someone just to make the process a lot better. Sometimes I like working by myself. Mostly I like working by myself. I guess what I wanted to say is sometimes I like help, but mostly I like working by myself. Why? Because my order operation is just weird. I might be all over the place, and between stuff being misplaced, or I don't know, my routine is just out of order. It's just best sometimes I just work alone. And you see, I got it in. I'm making progress. So when I come in here tomorrow, I don't have that much to go. Except for I'm gonna finish wiring shit up. Gonna get this exhaust connected. Get it prepped up enough where I can go ahead and get I gotta get the AC line in too, because you gotta take that out. If If you don't take it out, you will damage it. It just makes the engine hard to come out because it's just awkward. But I gotta get it prepped up so I can get the subframe in there, and once I get the subframe in there, I'm Gucci. I'm good to go. And if you already seen this video, most likely the car is already gone. This is previously recorded type of situation, but it is what it is. Leekautorepair. I'm finna get out of here. I already told you about, you know, jack stands, what it is I use, which height, the process. Y'all saw me do this by myself without help. All in all, this is a job that don't, yeah, you should get help. I'm not even gonna like stare you into the dark like that. So I'm signing out. Leekautorepair. I'll let y'all in the next video.